I stand unmoved, unconvinced, and unconverted. I am a colleague of Mr. Randolph's on the March on Washington Planning Committee. I respect Mr. Randolph. He has dedicated his life and work to the uplift of our people. In nearly all of his activity, Mr. Randolph has been ahead of his time. Yet, in one area, he is truly a man of his time. This, unfortunately, is not a compliment, and Mr. Randolph, however, has many colleagues with whom to share this indictment. If the National Press Club fiasco had been an isolated debacle, I would not be standing here. But this was the latest in a long line of slights. The women of the civil rights movement have been grievously mistreated and seek redress for the wrongs they continue to endure. We have been more than the backbone of this movement. We have been every bone with one glaring exception, the jawbone. Now, you've heard a lot of talk about tomorrow's speeches, how long or short, how eloquent and effective, how controversial, and how hard they are all being worked on. Well, hip, hip, hooray! And after all of the huffing and puffing at the Lincoln Memorial, one of these 10 men will be serenaded with, for he is a jolly good fellow. But there is something horribly wrong. There would be no Montgomery bus boycott without Rosa Parks. Little Rock High School would still be segregated without Daisy Bates. There would be no SCLC or SNCC without Ella Baker. Jim Farmer's Freedom buses would still be stalled in Birmingham without Diane Nash. That, however, is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the cold waters of segregation and discrimination lies the movement's true strength. The women who walked and carpooled during the boycotts, who filled the churches for mass meetings, who printed the flyers and typed the letters, who cooked the food and took freedom fighters into their homes, who marched, demonstrated, raised money, and who took the back seat so that our men could finally stand up as men. I did the best I could. They're going to let Daisy Bates speak for a hot second tomorrow. She'll deliver a pledge that one of them wrote for her. We have been given the short stick. But, on behalf of those women no longer with us, and for these young women sitting here, it will be the last. My name is Hattie Sala, and this was an audition tape for the Birmingham Children's March.